Hello YouTube, how are you doing? It's Das Wolf on Prussian here with my ally Serbian White Eagles, and we are playing a Austria versus Prussia battle on Dresden with rain. So I hope you enjoy, and here's the loading screen. I'm just joking, that's just the loading screen. Now on our defender side we have supplies and Dennis Mark DO20R. Now, if you like this video, rate it, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Leave a comment. We want your feedback, we always like that stuff. And it helps you, because you get to see the battles that you want also. So just, leave that comment below in the below section. Alright, so we're in battle now, and I'm going to show you my Austrian army. I have 5 units of Jaegers. I believe 7 units of Hungarian Fusiliers, around that number. 3 units of Hussars, 2 Hungarian, 1 first. And a general staff. Staff. I think it's a little bit different.
Damn this weather, sir! Wet powder makes misfires a certainty.
Now here's my ally Serbian White Eagles army. Just to let you guys know, he will also be on the channel with me. He will be doing all the editing, color correction, that kind of stuff. Give him some props if you liked how this was edited. Thanks. Now, as you can see, Serbian White Eagles army consists of 4 frontline units of Grenzers, which are mid-range skirmishers, 100 range, 35 accuracy. A unit of Jaegers, German Fusiliers, more German Fusiliers, 1 unit of Hungarian Fusiliers with 1 chevron, and 3 Ulan units with 1 dragoon. Now here goes the starting battle. Now, my army is a little bit stationary for the time being, so Serbian White Eagles army has some more action, so I'm going to go to there for now. Just a little side note before that, though. I decided to put my Jaegers on this little bridgehead peninsula right here, try to stop them from flanking against me. I put some cavalry behind them to provide melee support. Funny part about this is the map wasn't intentionally supposed to be raining. It just happened like that when we got in the game, and we were just like, I'm not gonna host out, so screw it. And we decided to play a rain battle. Put a unique feel on it, Put the reloading time up and stuff like that, misfire chance. It's really interesting. Now, Serbian White Eagles rushed his Ulans ahead of his main army and sent it off to slightly off the right peninsula. He also has a unit of Joseph Alvinci, which is one of a kind. They are a 3-star general for Austria. And I believe that is him right there, since it's different than any other man. I'm surprised he didn't take his units out of normal formation and put them in the light infantry earlier. Seems he only did it with these 3 units. This one is still in normal formation. It's a good idea. I usually keep my skirmishers always in a formation like that, light infantry. I just find it makes them more effective. In most cases. In some cases, it's not that much. Now, Serbian White Eagles used a suicide charge on his Silesian Susan with Ulans, who made the mistake of firing, or retreating. They never fired, they retreated on his units. He then sent 2 units of cavalry up, 1 unit of cuirassiers, and 1 unit of light hussars, while Serbian White Eagle rushes to their aid with a unit of German Fusiliers and Jaegers. And then later he sends the rest of his cavalry. Watch and enjoy. Serbians troops really had that battle right there, that little mini skirmish against the cavalry and Silesian Sutzen. This Jager fire did help also, though. The rest of his army is mainly stationary for a while, though, along with some light advancing on the left flank. And my army, you can see, I just moved them up. I didn't do anything yet. Still got the guys at the bridgehead here. I did place some stakes down, though, to stop any cavalry attack that they might have. I tried to send this unit of Jaegers out to get a crack shot on one of the Silesian Sutzen, but it failed. Silesian Sutzen are just too good.
Runter, ihr Narren!
Thankfully, their unit, the Silesian Sutzen on the right side, was firing at a hill, otherwise my casualties would be much higher. I managed to kill 3 of the Silesian Sutzen and take 10 casualties, which is about the correct ratio for a unit of that size and proportion. Serbians' left flank started to attack. His Grenzers had some pop shots on him, not too many though because of a slight hill right here. You know, I'm not sure if I like German or Hungarian Fusiliers. I took the Hungarian Fusiliers because of their higher stats. But I mean, if you think the German Fusiliers are better because of a low cost, you know, tell us in the comments section below. I started to rush my units across the bridgehead right here, thinking, you know, there's not a lot of troops on this side, I probably can get them. Though I made the mistake of placing my units in the wrong type of formation. I had them in about a 5-9. I could have been probably better out in a 3 or 2 line. I managed to put one of my units in the square formation to fight off against a cavalry attack from the Lancers and Cuirassier. Serbian's main army was attacking now with Grenzers and German Fusiliers. You know, I've never really tested the strength of Grenzers. I've usually just used Jaegers. On some other units, armies, I used Grenzer similar unit types. But you know, once again, tell us if you like Grenzers, say it in the comment section below. No, I actually didn't do all too well over here. I would have expected more, but my unit started getting shaken and my general was out of range. Probably could have made a big difference, but when you're facing a unit of grenadiers and cuirassiers,
Our men are running,
along
sir.
with being fired by Prussian fusiliers and the 8th Life Regiment, it does get somewhat difficult. Serbian White Eagles was winning most of the battles on his side over here. I was really happy about that. Thought that was good. I was hoping that he'd actually be able to keep most of his units, that they would be able to come over and support me on this side, but you know, he was already too engaged in combat. That wouldn't happen, so I knew I was on my own.
Our men are running, sir.
A lot of Prussia's on me on this side had started to retreat now. Wasn't too good.
Our men are running, sir.
And then my flank on this side just started to fall apart. So I went good for a minute and then snap completely opposite. All along that his general was putting out rallies and inspires didn't help that much, but seeing that the opportunity had arisen, I had sent my Jaegers over the breach. Yeah, my army just got slaughtered on this side from the firing muskets. And then I ended up being flanked by 2 units of cavalry, but my Hungarian Fusiliers won the square. And then I had this weird unit in this house right here that would not leave and was doing some kind of weird shuffle. I don't know if Creative Assembly is still making patches for this, but that certainly would be something to fix.
Our men are running, sir.
This is the time that I decided to launch my Hussars forward to take out the Silesian suits and the Musketeers. They did surprisingly well in the beginning, but then, once again, they started to fall apart.
Our men are running, sir.
And then I made the mistake of charging foot guards. Not a good idea. I must have mistaken them for Prussian Fusiliers that were out of their light infantry form.
Running, sir.
Yeah, so my cavalry was slaughtered by Musketeers, 8th Life Regiment, and Musketeers.
Our men are running, sir.
Although it was my retreating units that would become one of the most effective fighting forces and most important later up in the battle. I'm not trying to spoil too much, but I think that's a good hint. Yeah, so Prussia's army on this side now was just dwarfed down to a general staff unit. That's about it. That was it. He started to send units of German Fusiliers, Gunsers, and more Fusilier units over. I'm surprised. My Hungarian Fusiliers started to retreat a lot more than his German Fusiliers did, even though on the stats they still have the same morale. Surprising. I didn't notice till later, but I still have 2 units of Jaegers in these woods that were hidden from the enemy. The one thing I gotta say I don't like about this map is its lack of flat ground. You really gotta maneuver units very small, like, and you know, there's not a lot of room to move a whole army in unison.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
That was the general of Surprise's army on this side, I believe it was. I believe this was Surprise's army, but it was the opponent of Serbian White Eagles. And the opponent of me was still had their general staff unit. So Serbian White Eagles army just moves very slowly for the duration of this, so let me fast forward it for time's sake. So Serbian's Eagle is now in the correct position, and his light infantry is moving up to meet the enemy. One of his unit of Gunsers was just hitting a hill, but he said there was really nothing he could do about it. His Gunsers were still hitting a hill, so he moved his German Fusilier unit ups. There's a big difference between Austrian and Prussian Fusiliers. Prussian Fusiliers are more like a mid-range skirmisher unit, they can fight in normal line and light infantry formation, while Austrian Fusiliers, they're just normal line infantry. Along with France's Fusiliers, they're like Austria's too. Now I decided to spring my trap with my Jaegers by sending this unit to fire on his unit of foot guards. And I sent this unit to fire on his general staff. You may remember that hidden I told you about, how it would make a big difference in the battle later? Well, this is what it is, killing the enemy general. He had all his men trying to fight off Serbian White Eagle's front, that he completely had his backwards flank unguarded, and that was an easy entrance for my Jaegers.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Serbian White Eagles were starting to charge his men at the enemy, probably a good idea in the situation since his enemy's lines were starting to fall apart. The one thing I hate about rifles are the long reload time. It's gotta be the most unlikable feature about them. You know, I like the long range, I like the accuracy, but the reload speed probably evens them out.
We have killed their general.
And alas,
Now
the
they must
enemy
retreat.
general is dead. This severely moved the odds of a battle in Serbian White Eagle's favor, and he would probably win now that his general can't put any inspires or rallies out anymore. The battle is pretty much smooth sailing from here, with my last remaining unit of Hungarian Fusiliers following up from the rear. It seems pretty logical now that we would win this.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
His last remaining unit was then a unit of Silesian Sürzen, and they fell right there, and victory was ours. Now I'm not going to do any commentating of the stats, I'm just going to let you take a look at them. And thanks for watching the second video of Napoleonic Gaming. I hope you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, and this is me signing off.